So speaking of Black history, we want to end the show with the one and only Dr. Carter G. Woodson, known as the father of Black history. He got this whole party started, recognizing the importance and the beauty and the magnificence of Black history, and having that determination that all must recognize it, as he envisioned Negro History Week, as it was called, and now Black History Month. Thank you, Dr. Carter G. Woodson. So here is one of the quotes from one of his best books, I think, in my opinion, or most well-known books, let me say, that The Miseducation of the Negro. And Dr. Carter G. Woodson in that book states the following: if you can control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his action. When you determine what a man shall think, you do not have to concern yourself about what he will do. If you make a man feel that he is inferior, you do not have to compel him to accept an inferior status, for he will seek it himself. If you make a man think that he is justly an outcast, you do not have to order him to the back door. He will go without being told. And if there is no back door, his very nature will demand it. Again, that is an excerpt from The Miseducation of the Negro. Let's put up the book. I encourage each and every one of you to read this book. I reread this book every single year just to be reminded. And Jackson, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, he said that.
Yeah, I actually haven't read this. I've read a decent amount of books. I don't have as much time to read as I'd like. I'm always reading articles for work and things, but I definitely need to catch this one. This is one I still haven't read. Should have been read it, but I haven't.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah. It's still time to do it. And I'm with you, reading all kinds of articles. Jackson, at one time, right. I'm reading 15 books at a time, just books everywhere, trying to.
We got to take advantage of stuff like Audible more. Listen to books.
Yes.
Stuff. I definitely need to do that because I like sitting down and reading, but I just got to read articles, so I don't always have time.
Yeah, well, you gotta make the time to do that. And just the beautiful thing about, Carter G. Woodson and what he was really pressing for, to really stand up in the 1920s and declare how important Black history is, to create an institute to study it, to really bring to bear the beauty, because for so long, Black people were told that there was nothing beautiful or magnificent about our history. We were not taught separate and apart from American history, everything that we did to make this country what it is today. And that is why Dr. Carter G. Woodson's boldness, because that's what I call it, Jackson. He was bold enough. He had the audacity to say, hold up, wait a minute. There is so much to the history of Black people, and to be impatient with the fact that it was not more widely understood and widely known. That is what Dr. Carter G. Woodson did. And you know what else? He didn't wait for nobody's permission to critique this nation and to realize that the history of Black folks, the robustness of that history, was not being taught, was not being appreciated. So he took the matter in his own hands like a boss, baby. And that's what we need more people to do, to stand up, even if you standing alone, and declare some stuff. Whatsoever things that are beautiful are just, baby, we're gonna think on those things. So big salute, big ups to the one and only Dr. Carter G. Woodson, who is the absolute reason why we celebrate Black history to this very day. And we're making history every single day. Big ups to you, Dr. Carter G. Woodson.